so are you really sure? I mean, we haven't really met before.
I don't know. Are you gonna kill me or something?
Well, I can't really promise you anything, but at least we can do some travel photography and I'll take nice photos of you. What do you think?
You can just buy me some meals. It's fine.
So I think I'll see you in Japan. It feels awkward. But every adventure has a beginning, so let's rewind a few days when I was still in Tokyo before I actually met Steph. So I do have a few hours before I meet up with Steph, so to calm my nerves before I spend a number of days with a complete stranger, I went to this shrine called the Meiji Jingu Shrine, which is a shrine to commemorate the past emperor and his virtues, and it's surrounded by beautiful gardens around. It is the shrine square. Quite crowded. I think that's a Japanese wedding. Can you imagine a lot of random strangers watching you get married? So these are quite interesting. So these are barrels of sake and then barrels of wine over there, which are offered to pay respects to the Emperor Meiji and the Empress Shoken. So I know that at this point that you're probably more excited to meet Steph than just see my face. But it seems that she's lost and it might take her more time before the meetup. So I decided to hit a few more spots, and I'm here at the Jinko-Gayan Kinko Avenue, which is a road that is filled with a number of trees, and because it's already autumn, the leaves are already turning yellow and orange. So if you're ever in this area, do go here very early because the roads are very packed, and I do think that if you can isolate yourself within this lane, it's going to be a really, really nice shot. It looks confusing. Found another icon, which is the Tokyo Tower, which was meant to symbolize sort of like the rebirth of Japan after the World War II. I know that there's a spot around here that's quite Instagram famous, so I wanted to see the hype. So I'm currently in a spot which Google claims the secret Tokyo Tower spot, which is basically just this parking lot entrance, which frames the Tokyo Tower nicely. Well, it is quite an interesting framing, but I don't really get the hype. Look at that, it's not a secret spot. So just a quick update, I probably won't see Steph anytime soon within the next few hours because her plans are taking too long. I don't know if I'm being ghosted. Way to build up the suspense, I swear this is really happening. Yeah, I've already acknowledged anyway that this project is going to be very ambitious. It's going to be unpredictable. So let's just hit a few more spots and then just make the most out of today. Okay, so I'm now in Asakusa, which is very well known for tourists to be a mix of the old cultural side of Tokyo and modern ones. And I want to check out the famous temple here called Sensoji, which is the oldest temple in Tokyo. And there's going to be a famous gate entrance leading up to it. As you can see around, it's very packed. So I want to try using my 100 to 400 telephoto again and compress everyone in the scene with it. Okay, so it's already sunset, so it's becoming dark really fast, but I wanted to take a picture of this 5-story pagoda here in Sensoji, which is really, really beautiful, as it really shows some very traditional architecture. But because the sunset is behind it, it's going to be backlit from this side, so I'm trying to walk around to see if I can position it such that it's going to be illuminated by the side light of the sunset. But yeah, I really need to work really fast. So today was already quite productive that we've hit so many spots here in Tokyo that I almost forgot what the purpose of today's vlog was all about. Say hello to Steph! Okay, that was pretty awkward. Okay, so anyway, we're currently here in Shinjuku and we just met up and we're gonna have some dinner together. What are we having? That's not yet the plan. Okay, we're just gonna find some dinner and then maybe some drinks, and then we'll wrap up for tonight. And we have an early morning tomorrow. Of course, the camera eats first. Okay, so full disclosure, I've never met Steph, but at least we are connected with one of my close friends, Wendy. So at least I know that she's not weird. Or we're both weird. So I posted this Instagram story where I said that I booked an impromptu trip to Tokyo. She got interested, and then here we are. So now we are exploring a shrine that I've only recently found out about when I was snooping around on Google Maps, called the Hiei Shrine. And it looks quite pretty because it has a staircase filled with these torii gates that is like a mini Fushimi Inari from Kyoto. Came here early because I thought maybe there's gonna be a bit more people, but now it's very, very quiet, so probably an unknown shrine around this area. This is quite a peaceful and small shrine. So there's a spot over there for you to offer your prayers. And then the main shrine is on this side where the workers are still setting up. And yeah, I think it was a good start for the day. Known as the electric town of Tokyo, we are now in Akihabara, but I think I lost Steph. But anyway, this place is very well known to have all the electronics, video games, anime, perfect for the otaku and weeb like me. I've never seen such colorful and vibrant streets before, so I'm really quite excited to explore this place. Just so eccentric and unique. So I can't just leave empty-handed in this area. I didn't buy any photography gear, but I bought an anime figure of one of the more popular anime characters, Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Photography isn't my only interest. So I was today years old when I learned that Japan has its own Statue of Liberty and a rainbow bridge over there that looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, but different colors. I am now currently in Odaiba because I wanted to have myself a cityscape view of Tokyo, and over here there's going to be a seaside park or beach that will have some stunning sunset views later on. And around the area, I saw like a huge Gundam statue over there. I decided to walk all the way to the opposite side of the beach, and Steph didn't decide to go with me because she wanted to eat her Mr. Donut. And I did find some interesting compositions with the telephoto to compress the scene and do some self-portraits with the bridge. And as you know, I really love doing these self-portrait shots because it really emphasizes the scale of what's behind me. She's really so distracted with the dogs. And everything.
This is the configuration of this podcast again.
I think the happiest I've seen her throughout the trip is when she sees fluffy animals and cute stuff. Yeah, it doesn't include me. Sad reacts only in the comments. So now I think I'll just find a spot where the bridge isn't going to overlap with the buildings behind, so that there's going to be more separation in the photos, and then just a simple cityscape shot, wait for the golden hour, maybe take a time lapse, and then a few portraits for Steph. Okay, so just wrapping up all these golden hour shots, it's really just beautiful. And then coming up next, we're going to be leaving Tokyo and head on towards an iconic spot in Japan. Ohayo gozaimasu! So we're going to the bus station so that we can go and see the iconic Mt Fuji. How long's the bus ride? 2-hour bus ride from Tokyo. It's the start of the adventure. Mt Fuji bound. And now I'm currently in Lake Kawaguchi, which is one of the more popular of the Fuji 5 lakes because of how accessible it is to the public. There's like a very nearby public transportation stop over there. So just now it was quite frustrating that we were stuck in a very long traffic jam, and it was such a tease because it's already golden hour and then it's just wasting time. We couldn't get any nice pictures from the bus. But yeah, so we decided to just walk our way and then at least find some nice spots to hit. I mean, look at that sun, it's so golden. As I'm losing light really fast, I decided to just wing this composition. I'm using the boats as foreground, lake, epic Mount Fuji at the background. This is a shot that I've been waiting for like 6 or 7 years, because the last time I went to this area, Mount Fuji was completely covered with clouds and I wasn't able to see the mountain peak. And now it's like a revenge session. Maybe she brought me good luck.
Pay me money for luck.
Okay, I'll buy you dinner.
You get that? Pay me money for luck.
So now her payment is photos. Hopefully they're good enough. How do you do portrait photography, guys? I don't know how to make a model pose. She's taking selfies when there's a photographer right beside her. How insulting. So the sun has already set and it's already really getting dark. We do have other plans for the next few days, but I'll leave that to part 2. Give it more suspense.
Cloud chaser.